Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from Hasbro in their Marvel Legends series, we are featuring the nefarious, evil, destroyer of universes, Black Winter in Thor form. Alright, so we have Black Winter looking incredible. Definitely an imposing looking action figure. For me, this might be the sleeper hit of this wave of action figures. Because I think for the most part, when this wave was announced, I think a lot of people were on board with the X-Men related characters, like Wolfsbane and Cable. Kazar included just because, they're the Build-A-Figure Zabu, Kazar's pet saber-toothed tiger. But man, oh man, Black Winter, this figure, I think it's the sleeper of the wave. Black Winter is a cosmic entity who kind of destroys universes, and it's so well presented in this action figure. It looks great. You get the Build-A-Figure piece for Zabu, which is the head. You get some effects here. Looks like that might be the Cosmic Cube, I think. I can't tell from underneath the window. Extra pair of hands. Black Winter, the Devourer of Universes, materializes as a dark version of Thor in order to threaten the god of thunder. Black Winter, the true master of Galactus. This is a character that is very imposing, and I just love this interpretation of the character. Oh, no, I take it back. That's Mjolnir. For some reason, I thought this was the Cosmic Cube. We have the dark version of Mjolnir here, kind of encased with all this black smoke around it. We have the Build-A-Figure piece for Zabu, which is the head, and I'm coming very, very close to completing this guy. And I am going to be dancing in the streets once I have this finished. As a kid, I loved the Mattel Battle Cat from the Masters of the Universe line. And every time I'm at Target, I see that new Filmation version of Prince Adam and Battle Cat. And I'm always on the fence about buying that. I want to buy it, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it. The Cringer figure looks great. It looks to be about the same size as this, so we'll see if I pull the trigger on it at some point. But yeah, excited to finally put this together soon. So Black Winter comes with, it's kind of like a dark version of Mjolnir, encased in kind of like this black smoke, and I think you can remove the smoke. Yeah, so it's cool. It's two accessories. Yeah, the hammer, the Thor-like hammer, and then the dark smoke, which goes on it, or goes onto it, and it holds firmly in place too. Very cool accessory. I like this a lot. That's awesome. We have an extra pair of hands. We have one with the open palm, which is very expressive. So you can emote the character differently. And we have the hammer wielding hand right here, which I am definitely going to put on. Alright, so like I said, I think Black Winter for me is probably the favorite in this specific line of figures. It's gorgeous. This is a beautiful looking figure. This looks to, in terms of the cost and planning and design, I think this might be the figure that probably the designers took the most amount of time putting together. Just look at it. This thing is very top heavy too. This is a kind of action figure where I really feel like you need a proper stand, hold the figure up vertically, because the head alone feels like it weighs a lot, because there is so much volume on the hair right here that there's a good amount of weight, so it's very top heavy. Your average stand with like the peg hole and the base probably wouldn't really hold it up. I'm guessing if you want to stand this figure properly, you might need one of those custom like flight stands or those third-party stands that wrap around the waist. The paint job is so incredibly beautiful, especially around the face. Very subtle shading is done around the cheeks and along the eyes with the eyeshadows. So it just looks so wickedly cool. And with the hair kind of flowing around, it looks even more menacing. I would have loved it if they gave us two head sculpts. Like, I think it'd be cool if they gave us a head where the hair is just kind of flowing down. And I would have preferred it if they gave us this head with the flowing hair, but with a much more angry expression. So it would have been nice if we actually be given like two different ways to like emote the character. You know, one where it's a little bit more stoic, and then one where where the character is like fully enraged, you know, ready to like devour the universe and take on Thor and any other hero that stands in its way. It's a gorgeous looking figure. The texturing on the costume is just so beautiful. You know, this nice micro texture, and it's really clean, really well done. The broad, thick bands running over it is nicely done as well. Subtle wrinkles and folds. Nice leather texture here for the loop that hold the hammer. So if you want to store the hammer onto the body of the figure, I can easily do so. Just remove the smoke accessory first, and then you can store the hammer like that, which is great. Anytime you can store a weapon onto the body of the figure, I'm all about that. Really cool detail with the spiked gauntlets, layered shoulder armor. The cape, oh, it's just beautiful. Look at it. It's kind of like this smoky color, but it's see-through. You can see my fingers underneath it. So really, really, really awesome. I love the tears. It's such a cool figure. This was the one figure that I'm like kicking myself just because when they first showed photos of it, I'm like, I'm excited about Cable. I'm excited about Wolfsbane and Kazar. And this was a figure I kind of felt like I could pass on, but now that I have it in hand, it's just so gorgeous. The portrait alone is amazing. I love how the eyes are kind of like, they're not dead, but they kind of have this sense of like evil and power behind them. This figure is amazing. And the articulation, it's so smooth. Everything wants to move, you know, and the shoulder piece is nice because it's separate from the arm. So you can have full motion of the arm like this. You can still raise the arm outward. And then the shoulder, it's not getting in the way, you see? And then you have the bicep cut. Bicep bend, or elbow bend, and also elbow swivel, which is nice. Pinless design. Articulated wrists. Cut beneath the breast line so it could like swivel. Unfortunately, doesn't want to arch forward or arch back all that much. The head does move, but the movement is restricted by the beautiful hair here. And you have standard articulation in the legs. Looks like there's a thigh cut up here. It moves very smoothly on my figure. Double jointed knees, and the pins are cleverly hidden. And then you have this nice spike over the knee joint on the armor. There is no boot cut, but that's forgivable, and you have articulated ankles. Definitely one of my favorite figures this year. This one really surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. So if this is something that you see in the wild, definitely pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's phenomenal. And it's weird because, you know, there's some Marvel Legend figures where they feel like, you know, they're worth the asking price, and there's some where they feel like they're like a step above. Like for me, paying $24.99 for this figure feels like it's a steal compared to some of the other ones. I really feel like I'm getting a great value with this guy. It's such a gorgeous piece. So do yourself a favor, if you get this figure, get a proper stand for it, because it's very top heavy, and you really want to like just get this figure in such a commanding pose worthy of the Devourer of Universes. It's fantastic. And just for the hell of it, because I have the figure next to me, I have the Diamond Marvel Select Beta Ray Bill figure, also belonging to the Thor family of characters. One of my favorite Marvel Select characters of all time. It's a beast. It's like heavy. It's like a brick. It's so incredibly sculpted, really well done. And, you know, here they are. They're going to go at it. It's going to be the match of the century. So, yeah, I'm stoked. Any of these, like Thor core figures or anything that resembles Thor, man, it's my jam. And this figure right here is a beast. Well worth the purchase. For me, it's the sleeper hit of this wave. All right, so let's wrap. Height-wise, let's get a measurement. This figure stands in, if I had to guess, maybe I'm gonna say 8 inches to the top of the head. That's what I'm gonna say. And I'm off. It's about about 7 3/4. Here's the figure next to Wolverine. Completely towers over Logan. And we have Marvel Legends Vulcan right here. Towers over that. And then we have one of my favorite McFarlane designed Batmans. And I'm guessing they're going to be kind of close in size. Yeah. Oh, excellent figure. Don't sleep on this figure. Grab it if you see it. All right, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.